Alright, welcome back to the vineyard. Here you find us stood in what's going to be beyond the wall vineyard headquarters. It's going to be a place where amazing ideas are hatched and formed. But if we take a look out here, as you can see that the frame's level, and that might give you a bit of an idea of what the slope's like in here, because it is quite severe and the camera doesn't always give it justice. But now we've got some at level, you can see what the crack is and how steep it is. Anyway, I'm not going to stand talking shadow all day, so we'll progress. Tell you what, we'll have another little look at the shed because I'm quite happy. There we go. It's getting there. See how that comes in a few weeks. So as we walk up through the garden, you can see that the borders are filling out. Yes, there's a lot of weeds in amongst it, but we're always adding to it. So eventually the population of dock leaves will dwindle as time goes on. I've installed another big water butt down here because I'm going to start planting up these bare areas pretty soon. There's a beautiful apple tree in blossom. It's kind of past its best show now. And pretty similar scene over here. Right, so here are the herbaceous plants that have been splitting up and spreading out. They're filling out fast, really fast. A lot faster than I thought, so I'm very happy with that. Everything's progressing nicely. It's been quite a slow spring again this year. Well, I said that last year, so maybe that's just the way things are these days, and that might be signs of global warming. So important to keep little areas like this where we try and keep things as natural as possible. I've got a bit of veg going on in there. I'm not going to prattle on about all the different varieties of stuff I've been putting in, but I've certainly been getting a lot more out of my greenhouse this spring than I did last year. These plants here, I'll probably reuse most of them. There's a few trees and shrubs, and we'll go down the bottom end once I've got headquarters put into place. Have a quick peep in the greenhouse. Here we go. Yeah, again, I'm not going to ramble on too much about the veg and the various different plants that I'm growing here. However, I'm starting off a lot of lavenders there because they're really good for the grapevines, really, you know. And then there's a lot going on. Over here, these are my cuttings which I'm starting off. And as you can see, they're coming through quite nicely. Some are a little slower than others, and I've got 4 different varieties that I've put in, most of which are from here. One of them's from elsewhere. A big kiwi plant coming through there, and oh, look at it go. Every time I turn up here, it's put on a few extra, well, nearly an extra metre every couple of days, so that's just flying out. All my shelves are full. Some seed trays where I'm still starting stuff off, a load of tomatoes, and back with more cuttings. There's roughly 270 cuttings that I've took this year. I mean, to be honest, I'm just hoping if I could get 100 cuttings out of all that survive and grow on through, then I'd be happy with that. That would be a good result. That's the greenhouse for... There's a squirrel. Oi, oi. Here we go. Look at the grapevines coming on through. They've just come into leaf recently. This one's shown slight signs. If you can see where my finger is, that it might get grapes on it this year, but it's not looking as progressive as this one, where literally if you can see how it's trailing along, at the end of nigh on every shoot we'll have a start of grapes just about to form. A little bit tricky to see on the camera there. That is a good shot of it. You know, so that would be 2 bunches coming through. What I'll do in the future is I'll nip the end of this out, and that'll allow the grapes to fill out nicely. So very early, and it's showing really good positive signs that the crazy mad dream of a vineyard in Northumberland might actually work out, and I'm confident in it. I mean, here, look at this. Even my fig tree's putting figs on, you know. So we're in a microclimate, or vines. That one's just starting to show, and that's another variety. So that would mean that I'm pretty confident I've got 4 different varieties that are going to fruit on this land. Here's the cockerel, he's a dickhead. He's a vile creature. And he might attack us if I can get through the gate. Honestly, who would put a catch on a gate like this? Glad I've got me editing suite, Jesus. Here we go. This one I got off a guy called Rob down in Heading on the Wall. And this is a beautiful vine, and it is absolutely flying this year. I was a bit pop bound when I got it, in fairness. I've took cuttings off it, but it's not showing too much success with me cuttings, although I will get a few. That is a beautiful, beautiful sweet red grape. So, you know, maybe it's my white wine. I could do, maybe try and do a bit of red, but I don't know. I've still got time to make my mind up. I don't want to try and cover too many different aspects. So here we come over to where I'm going to be putting my rows. Well, my complementary plants are growing really well, really well. The geraniums are massive, like, and they have a tough life with the chickens scratching about and giving them hell. Top corner here, Stu the bee man's been up, put his frame up. He'll bring his bees up one day, I'm sure. He'll get there. Here's another vine. We're all looking very positive, grapevines, we really are. I'm extremely impressed. So we'll drop down the hill to the pond. As you can see, the borders are looking full. There's so much insect and bird life around now, it's really nice. Vines in the row, they're coming back. Now they've had a tough life, and they were planted at the wrong time of year, and poor crop anyway. I shouldn't have really done that, but as an experiment goes, it's working out well, because I was worried at the bottom of this hill in the winter it gets quite wet. So I was a bit of the thought that the roots might rot on the vines. As you can see, we're right down the bottom, and they're all coming back to life, they're getting there. But obviously the stock that I'll be putting in will be a way better quality vine than them anyway. I might even dig those ones out and dispose of, because I don't know, there's something about them that spooks us out a bit. Here we are at the pond. Don't know if you can see the goldfish in there, like, but I've got 6 in. They've been in for a few weeks, so too much glare, I'm afraid.